The last time we discussed Chainge Finance as being the most liquid, cross-chain, aggregated, decentralized exchange, and how they managed to develop the first smart router able to aggregate liquidity cross-chain. Now Chainge continues building and has seen a rise in user adoption as well, and has more things on the way. So with me, DJ, the CEO of Chainge Finance, and welcome back. Great to see you again, and tell us what the latest news is with the company.
Thank you, Jane. Chainge has indeed made some impressive progress despite the bear market. Since now crypto users are increasingly interested in decentralization, implicitly DeFi apps, given the recent events involving decentralized exchanges like FTX and some other centralized institutions like Celsius. We all know that. Aside from the obvious security aspect, which is guaranteed through decentralization, the Chainge app has also included a large array of service so that users who are interested in going DeFi continue to have access to the instruments they need. Along with the decentralized cross-chain wallet, Chainge gives anyone access to the most liquid DEX. We call it DEX aggregator, a future DEX and options DEX, and instant cross-chain roaming, earning through time framing feature, and many more. Our latest integration is an A-grade decentralized perpetual exchange working together with GMX, which is in turn is now empowered with our cross-chain capabilities through Chainge Finance cross-chain roaming feature, meaning that you can now trade perpetuals through the margin trading module within the Chainge app, with the difference that the assets used to open a position in the Chainge app can be on any of our 36 different chains we have integrated. So traders no longer limited to Arbitrum or Avalanche, like GMX, they can only be operated on these two chains.
Well, that is really interesting because you're absolutely right. I know a lot of people that are trying to get away from the centralized exchanges and looking for alternatives. So just to make this clear, so this means that people can use the GMX directly in the Chainge app, or did you build something new with the technology?
With the enhancement at the front end and the cross-chain capability, we also interacted with the GMX decentralized perpetual smart contracts directly and share the liquidity with them at the same time. To prove this, you can see your open positions in Chainge application as well as in GMX. So in case one of these two services have some front-end glitch, you can turn to the other one to interact with your open positions.
Yeah. Now, I've also heard that Chainge has released a tool that was requested by developers a lot to so they can build using the cross-chain tech. So is this true, first of all, and what benefits does that offer the users?
That's true. Chainge recently, we released its SDK, which empowers any of the app to instantly become interoperable. With very simple integration, any projects could instantly acquire the ability to bridge more than, I think, 1,300 different assets across any of the 36 different chains we support. We call it full interoperability. In terms of the speed, Chainge bridging takes around 1 to 2 minutes, while other bridges take more than 10 minutes and even 2 hours. The security of the tech is backed by, as I explained, it is backed by Fusion DCRM technology. Never have been hacked, and I think never will be. At the same time, Chainge SDK API supports not only cross-chain bridging, we also support the cross-chain liquidity aggregated swaps, so that traders could benefit from the total $70 billion US dollar equivalent liquidity from all chains at once, which means any traders, they can access those liquidity through our aggregator and from all of those stacks out there in this market.
So does that mean a builder or developer can use your SDKs to build a new cross-chain dApp? Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
And so then So how, or is that already established with the existing product? Do you have a working product for this?
Yes. As you said, this product has been working not only for some startups. I mean, some projects they haven't their own product yet, or some existing projects as well. Any bridge or decentralized protocol can integrate our APIs and acquire the ability to interact with any of our more than 36 different chains. And if you're building a new product, you don't have to start from scratch. You can use our API and you will be able to build a top-notch bridge while being able to provide cross-chain aggregated swaps to your potential users.
Mm-hmm. Well, that sounds like it will make things a lot easier for the project owners who are struggling with the interoperability issues. So, so let's conclude. So, 2022 was a very difficult year in this industry. I guess it sounds like you used 2022 to build technology. Kind of talk about 2022, and then what are you looking forward to next year?
Yeah, while 2022 was a difficult year, of course, for the market in general. We did pretty good, but because, despite it all, we never stopped building and being decentralized and completely independent from venture capitals. We never had an ICO or any pre-sale, left us relatively unscathed. Chainge is self-sustainable, and we had about $4 million US dollar annualized revenue deriving from DAX fees and internal arbitrage, which protects us and our users from whatever happens on the centralized front. In 2022, the liquidity we have aggregated grew from 0 to 70 billion, as I explained, spreading among 1,300 different assets on 36 different chains. Our total trading volume in Chainge DAX for in the entire 2022 so far was about 3.6 billion US dollar.
Mm-hmm. And what about next year? What do you have planned?
Yeah, we have a lot of things planned. In the first part of 2023, we are going to have some very exciting things happening. We are also integrated hardware code wallet together with a reputable partner. I have to highlight this partner. Actually, they are building the cards for a lot of banks, and they are also building the hardware code wallet. So our users can safely store their assets offline, which means, you will never need to worry about your assets will be stolen from any hackers or, any incidents like FTX. We will also provide our 500,000 users with a virtual credit card and on-ramp and off-ramp service, so they can easily manage their wealth without having to go through any centralized exchanges.
Okay, well, it sounds like a busy year ahead, and as you're building the technology for the future of crypto and blockchain, and now it's been a transitional year, we'll call it. So
Yeah. Our expectation is to use decentralization to replace the centralized exchanges today. Users, they can always rely on it because it's secure. It's the code proof, that's our dream, and we are looking forward to it. 2023.
Awesome. Well, DJ, thanks. So great to see you again, and I look forward to an update next year.